Hello everyone, my name is Christian. Welcome to my hobby blog. Today I'm very excited to be back and doing the Vinegar Syndrome 2022 package reviews. And today we are doing the unboxing for the July 2022 Vinegar Syndrome package. So I'm very excited to do this. I already opened all of them and we did the covers and read up on a few of them. And although this is our lightest month, I think, this year, we have probably the beefiest sets in this month outside of what a box set can do with multiple films. One of these releases comes with 3 Blu-ray discs, one of which is a documentary, one of which is another cut of the film, and then one of our releases is a double feature by a legendary, I think he's an Italian director or a Spanish director, but there are some really great movies coming up here this month. I think I was a little, I guess, hesitant on starting this month's package reviews because I just had not heard of any of these films. They have been talked about a lot in the community, but I never really knew about them outside of that. So today we are going to start off with the first kind of release that I will probably go over first, or at least review first, from 1974, and it was directed by Michael Finley, and this is the film Shriek of the Mutilated, which is a Yeti Bigfoot film that's supposed to be the most insane, but as I said in my unboxing when I first showed this package, I compare every Sasquatch movie to Suburban Sasquatch, which isn't the bloodiest movie, but it's the best one in my opinion. So I'll definitely be kind of comparing and contrasting these two, and the first and foremost, the artwork on this slipcase is really nice. I don't really care for the front of it, but the back of it looks pretty awesome with the Yeti carrying a woman, and then some man holding a bone. Looks like he's about to smash somebody's head in. But I don't know anything about this movie outside that it's supposed to be the most controversial of the Bigfoot films that has come out since the 70s. But the synopsis for this film, I'll read off the back, is anthropology professor Dr. Prell has invited his class to a remote cabin in the mountains to research the mythical abominable snowman. Soon after they arrive, strange events begin to befall the students, including sightings of a huge white fairy creature. When several members of the group go missing, only to be discovered dead, their bodies horribly mangled, fears mount that the legendary monster is very real and out for blood, but is everything as simple as it appears. And what's really cool about this one is that we get a new commentary track, which I just noticed when I was opening this package up, is that Roberta Fenley, I guess, is the wife of the director, and she was the cinematographer for this film. And if you don't know Roberta Fenley, she did a lot of what do they call it, nudie cuties or something like that. She did a lot of different kind of more hardcore rough films, and one of them I feel like I mentioned recently, and rather an unboxing video or a haul video or something, but there's a new commentary track with her, so it's good to see that she is still contributing to Vinegar Syndrome's lineup. So I'm very excited for this. I may have to watch this twice. Once to just kind of let it all sink in, and then the second time so I can listen to what Roberta Fenley has to say. And ever since I found that out, I'm much more excited for this release. I don't know anything about this movie. I know it's famous. I know a lot of cult fans love Shriek of the Mutilated, but I'm really excited for it. But I think the most uh, excitement that I have for one release of this month, out of the three that there are, is definitely this one, which is a double feature by a director who I've been meaning to really dive deep into because Will always mentions this director and wrote several papers on him, if I understand correctly. And this is the double feature set, both directed by Jess Franco. I may have to cover up some nudity here, but it is The Undercover Angels. It's the first movie. And then we have Kiss Me Monster. So these are two films that I think already had Blu-ray releases before this one. So I don't know whether this is like a highly anticipated release, but this is the first time that Vinegar Syndrome has released a Jess Franco film, let alone two at the same time. So there has been a lot of kind of resurgence on Jess Franco lately in the boutique Blu-ray, I guess, industry. And usually Mondo Macabre does a lot of them along with Severin. So it's really nice to see Vinegar Syndrome diving deep into them, into Jess Franco. And I'm unsure of how many of his films are still unreleased on Blu-ray or which ones have just been ported into Blu-ray from like a shitty DVD transfer or anything like that. So I hope there are more Jess Franco films on the way. But I'm going to read the back in terms of the synopses about what the films are about. And I do have the Kiss Me Monster cover showing first, so it's not the same as the slip cover. But I'll read the first kind of paragraph, which is an intro of what the set is. Still in the early stages of his career, filmmaker Jess Franco directed this duo of outrageously stylish, pop art-infused, horror-style capers in collaboration with producer and actor Adrian Hoven, and starring the beautiful Janine Reynaud and Rosanna Yanni. I hope I said those names correctly. The first film, which I'll read off of, is Two Undercover Angels, aka Sadist Erotica and Red Lips, which I think the partner label just released a film by Jess Franco called Red Lips. Yeah, it's just over there. Okay. I may have that as a part of the package. I don't know. I guess I should do it on the video, but I won't. I'll watch Red Lips though before this one, if there are any I guess relations. But on to the actual synopsis. Diana and Regina are the Red Lips, a duo of sexy sleuths who take on only the most intriguing cases. Oh my god. After stumbling upon the strange disappearances of several pretty young women and realizing a connection exists between several of the missing and enigmatic artists whose identity is shrouded in mystery, they begin an intense undercover investigation which takes them on an unexpected trail of monsters, murder, and striptease. Oh my god. I'll read the next one before I give my thoughts. Kiss Me Monster is the name of the film. In the second adventure, Diana and Regina have been tasked with locating a mysterious red box, but quickly discover that they're not the only ones after its contents, and find themselves at odds with their secret sect, which controls a small zombie army, and who are hoping to harness the power of human cloning. Oh my god. The formula to which is contained within the box. As bodies, parentheses, some nude, some dead, pile up, Diana and Regina race against time to stop the diabolical organization. Okay. One quick note about this release is that both of these films are newly restored in 4K, but they are not 4K discs. So this is really exciting. Looks like we have a whole disc just for the films and then another disc for the special features. So both of those movies sound really awesome, and they sound just sleazy and cheesy enough that I am very excited now. to dive into this. Jess Franco, I've only seen. Um, it's out of reach, I guess, but I've seen Vampiros Lesbos, which was a movie I did not like upon my first viewing of it, but that was like 5 or 6 years ago when I first started collecting. And I think that was when I bought it off of Mercari. Because I don't think I'd used the Awful 7 website yet, which apparently they have fixed. So I think next sale I'll finally get back into Severin. But Jess Franco is a director who I've known the name of for a very long time because, again, Will, who has been on the channel and who was my cult films professor, he always talked about Jess Franco. He's a big fan of him. And so I have been really wanting to dive more deeply into his filmography. And so I think this is kind of like my push, my motivation to finally do so. So this is Two Undercover Angels and the other film, Kiss Me Monster. So Kiss Me Monster, I think, is the one I'm more excited for, just because it's zombie related and it just sounds a lot more ridiculous. But this release right here, this is the last one. I think I'll save this one for last. We have a very long month until the August package. So I think I have quite enough time to really dive deep into these releases. And I haven't gotten really any complaints about this, but I know I do not dive as deeply as I should into these Vinegar Syndrome releases for the package, because some of them I just have no interest in. I don't want to spend more time than I need to really explore the film. But I think this next one here is going to be the one that I really, really engage with the most. And this is the film that I think 88 Films handled the Region B of this, and then Vinegar Syndrome announced that they were doing it, but they didn't say when. And it's finally out, and this is a release that everybody has been waiting for. Even I have been waiting for this. I haven't even seen the film, and I knew that I'm going to love this. So I hope I do actually end up loving it. But this is the film, and I don't have the director ready off the top of my head, but this is the absolutely beefy package of the film, Righting Wrongs, starring Cynthia Rothrock. This movie is supposed to be absolutely amazing, and I was reading the special features beforehand, and there was a whole lot more to this release than just the film and a couple interviews or even a commentary track. There are 3 discs to this set. First of all, when you open it and you slip it out of the slip box here, you get a booklet that is just long enough that they couldn't put it into the case. And I'll just kind of flip through it for y'all here, but you can see that there are a lot of writing. Corey Yun is involved in this film, and you see some great stills here. More writing, some great pictures. Cynthia Rothrock is right here, I believe. I believe that's her. And then we have Corey Yun, who is a very famous martial artist in China. I believe is kind of the collaboration in that they got Cynthia Rothrock. There are way too many R's and TH's in that name. But the nice thing is that there's a alternate movie on this release called Above the Law, which is kind of the non-US edition. That is, I think, a couple minutes longer, but I'll go into it when I get into the synopsis. But this is what the normal standard would probably look like. And I don't know how they're going to do the booklet in the standard. It might fit in here. It doesn't. It won't even. It's too tall. But the first thing I noticed when I was flipping the artwork around is that it comes with 1, 2, and 3 discs. The first disc is, of course, the original cut of the film, I believe. And then the second disc is sort of like a Miami connection, that there's a whole nother cut of the movie, but this one's supposed to be wildly different. And then the final disc, which I'm most excited for, which I may watch first, is an entire documentary all about martial arts in the 90s called The Best of Martial Arts, which is a 1990 documentary that John Saxon hosts himself. So this is going to be a really beefy release. It's going to take me quite a while to get through this. Maybe another Miami Connection deal where I watch the movie 4 or 5 times to do the commentary track, and the different cut, then the original cut, and all the different viewings. So I'm just going to read the synopsis now. This looks like an Arrow edition, by the way, and how much special features there are. It's a giant fucking paragraph, and I love seeing that on an Arrow release because you know it's going to be a good one. Just like Basket Case, that's kind of the prime example of a really great release by Arrow, that where the text is covering the entire back with how many special features there are. But anyways, I apologize. Martial arts legend Yuan Biao, I think that's how you say it, I apologize, stars as Ha Ling Ching, a respected prosecutor who has always followed the rule of law, but has recently found himself frustrated by the ineffectiveness of the court system. Ha is pushed over the edge by the murder of a key witness in a trial, along with the witness's entire family. Oh my god. Fed up with the court's inability to punish the guilty and protect the innocent, Ha decides to take the law into his own hands and eliminate those responsible for the guilty and protect the innocent. I reread it. He decides to take the law into his own hands and eliminate those responsible for the murders. Soon, Ha's actions catch the interest of CID Senior Inspector Cindy C., played by Cynthia Rothrock, and her slovenly new partner known as Stink Egg, played by Corey Yun. I love these character names. While trying to stop Ha, Cindy uncovers who is really behind the recent murders, and the two must put aside their differences in order to take down the criminal organization before they go unpunished. I'm just going to go ahead and predict that the real murderer is her partner. I'm just going to throw that out. That's my prediction. That sounds exactly what is happening here. And I want to read a little bit of the back, kind of the special features, but it says in the next paragraph, heavily re-edited and released in different versions throughout the world, Righting Wrongs, released in a English-friendly version under the title Above the Law, is one of the more infamous Hong Kong action films to be released in the 80s. Directed by prolific action director Corey Yun, Righting Wrongs explodes with jaw-dropping fight choreography and features strong performances by Yuan Bao, Cynthia Rothrock, Corey Yun, and Melvin Wong, along with scene-stealing fight cameos by Peter Cunningham and Karen Shepard. Vinegar Syndrome is extremely proud to present Righting Wrongs on Blu-ray, featuring 3 different cuts of the movie, including both the darker ending as well as the more audience-friendly ending, and loaded with a multitude of special features exclusive to the 3-disc release, including the seldom seen The Best of Martial Arts feature-length documentary from 1990, which includes several interviews and footage from the stars of Righting Wrongs. Okay, so again, this is a very hefty release. This is one that I am very excited to dive deep into. I think I'll watch whichever disc 1 is first. I don't know which cut of the movie that is, but after that I will read the booklet, and then I'll watch the next cut, and then probably the documentary, and I'm not sure all that well what my order will be, but first and foremost, first thing I do anytime I have one of these releases is I watch the movie first. I am debating on watching the documentary first, but I want to go in completely blind to this movie, and I haven't seen this, so I think watching the movie first would be the wise decision for me. But this month is absolutely stacked in terms of special features and just content for us to consume and for us to even study the films with, especially Righting Wrongs. There are 3 different cuts of the movie. There'll be a lot of great kind of commentary I can give on which cut I prefer, I think I'm going to prefer the original cut, of course, because that one seems like the more violent, the more extreme, the more gory of the cuts. So I think that will be it for this video. I am very excited, but if you need a refresher, the first release that I showed of this package is Shriek of the Mutilated. Gotta cover up here real quick. Undercover Angels by Jess Franco, along with Kiss Me Monster, and then of course Righting Wrongs. What a loaded month. I cannot wait to watch these, but if you've already gone through these sets and have watched these films, let me know what you think of this package, whether on specific movies or on the package overall. These are movies that have been hyped up for a while on social media, so I'm really excited for this. This is going to be a great month, I think. Might be a quick month, but it'll be one that is at least of high quality. So thank you all so much for watching, and please don't forget to follow me if you haven't already, and to like the video so that more people can find this and share their thoughts on this package. Thank you all so much.